The year is 2025. The city that never sleeps is buzzing with an unusual intensity. A palpable tension hangs in the New York air. The streets are filled with whispers and speculation as everyone seems to be talking about one thing. Inside a crowded courtroom, Sean Diddy Combs, the music mogul, stands accused. The atmosphere is electric, charged with anticipation and uncertainty. This is not just another celebrity court case, it's a seismic event shaking the entertainment world. The stakes are incredibly high, and the implications are far-reaching. The trial, now in its third week, has captivated the nation. News outlets are providing round-the-clock coverage, and the public is glued to their screens, eager for updates. Combs, synonymous with hip-hop royalty, was arrested in September 2024. The news of his arrest sent shockwaves through the industry and beyond. The charges are severe: sex trafficking, heinous sex crimes, and racketeering. These allegations paint a grim picture, one that starkly contrasts with his public persona. These accusations could dismantle everything Combs has built. His empire, Bad Boy Entertainment, and his myriad business ventures stand vulnerable, teetering on the edge of collapse. The prosecution claims a mountain of evidence, with witnesses recounting stories that have left the public reeling. Each testimony adds another layer to the already complex case. The defense fights back, challenging the credibility of accusers. They argue that the charges are baseless, a result of opportunistic individuals looking to exploit Combs' fame and fortune. For Sean Combs, this trial represents an existential threat. His legacy, his life's work, and his future hang in the balance. His empire, Bad Boy Entertainment, and his myriad business ventures stand vulnerable. The ripple effects of this trial could be devastating, not just for Combs but for everyone associated with him. The Diddy persona, once aspirational, is being deconstructed. The man who was once a symbol of success and resilience is now under intense scrutiny. The man who dictated trends now finds himself a defendant. The contrast is stark, and the fall from grace is dramatic. The spectacle is undeniable, but beneath the surface lies a dark narrative. The trial has exposed the underbelly of fame and power, revealing a world that is far from glamorous. The world watches, holding its breath as Combs' fate rests in the hands of a jury. The decision they make will reverberate far beyond the walls of the courtroom. The trial is a high-stakes legal battle, a clash of narratives. Each side presents its version of the truth, leaving the jury to sift through the evidence and determine what to believe. Truth itself seems to be on trial. As the proceedings unfold, the line between right and wrong blurs, leaving everyone to question what justice truly means in this high-profile case. The legal storm surrounding Sean Combs escalated dramatically on March 25, 2024. What began as whispers of misconduct had now erupted into a full-blown legal battle, capturing the attention of the nation and sending shockwaves through the entertainment industry. Federal agents executed coordinated raids on his opulent mansions. These properties, once symbols of his success and wealth, were now scenes of intense scrutiny and investigation. In Miami, a heavily armed contingent of HSI agents descended upon Combs' estate. The sight of agents with guns drawn, moving with precision and purpose, underscored the gravity of the situation. An armored vehicle breached the security gate, symbolizing the state's power. The dramatic entry was a clear message that the authorities were leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of justice. The Miami raid was meticulously planned, with HSI boats patrolling the waters. This level of coordination highlighted the seriousness with which the authorities were treating the case. Combs was not present. Reports suggested he was on a flight with his family. The timing of his departure raised questions and fueled speculation about his awareness of the impending raids. Investigators scoured the premises, seeking evidence to substantiate the allegations. Every room, every corner was meticulously examined, as they looked for anything that could link Combs to the alleged crimes. Tenny Geragos, Combs' lawyer, condemned the raids as excessive. She argued that the actions of the federal agents were not only unnecessary, but also a violation of Combs' rights. The defense aimed to portray the government's actions as overly aggressive. They contended that the raids were a calculated move to tarnish Combs' reputation and sway public opinion against him. The contents of these raids would later form a crucial part of the prosecution's arsenal. Each piece of evidence collected was meticulously cataloged and prepared for the courtroom battles ahead. Photographic documentation of the findings was compiled as critical trial evidence. These images would be used to paint a vivid picture of the alleged crimes and the lifestyle that Combs was purportedly leading. The items seized painted a disturbing picture, hinting at a lifestyle far removed from his public image. High-end luxury items, expensive artwork, and other valuables were taken as evidence, suggesting a world of excess and potential wrongdoing. The empire, once a symbol of excellence, was now under siege. The raids marked a significant turning point, casting a long shadow over Combs' legacy, and raising questions about the future of his once thriving empire. The charges against Sean Combs are formidable, casting a long shadow over his public persona and career. These allegations are not just minor infractions but paint a grim tableau of alleged criminal activity that spans multiple serious offenses. The accusations against him include sex trafficking, sex crimes, and racketeering, each carrying severe legal consequences and societal stigma. The gravity of these charges cannot be overstated, as they suggest a pattern of behavior that is both predatory and highly organized. He faces accusations of sex trafficking, sex crimes, and racketeering. These charges are supported by a substantial body of evidence, meticulously gathered by law enforcement agencies over an extended period. The evidence from the Miami mansion raid has been stark and unsettling. The raid, which was conducted with precision and thoroughness, uncovered a trove of incriminating items that paint a disturbing picture of the activities allegedly taking place within those walls. The U.S. Attorney's Office released over 40 images of items found during the raid, each one more damning than the last. These images provide a visual narrative of the alleged crimes, making it difficult for the defense to argue against the sheer volume of evidence. Among the seized items was a stockpile of firearms, suggesting a readiness for violence or intimidation. The presence of these weapons adds another layer of severity to the charges, indicating that the alleged activities were not only illicit but potentially dangerous, including parts of 2 AR-15 rifles. These high-powered weapons are often associated with serious criminal enterprises, further complicating Combs' legal troubles. Beyond weaponry, a pharmacy of illicit substances was uncovered. The list includes psilocybin, Xanax, MDMA, purple heroin, cocaine, and ketamine. The variety and quantity of these drugs suggest a well-established network for distribution and consumption. Purple heroin, cocaine, and ketamine. Each of these substances carries its own set of legal penalties, and their combined presence indicates a multifaceted operation. A black Gucci bag filled with drugs was another prominent find. This item, luxurious yet incriminating, symbolizes the intersection of wealth and criminality that characterizes many high-profile cases. The raid also yielded items of a sexual nature, including sex toys and lubricants. These items, while not illegal on their own, take on a more sinister implication when considered in the context of the sex trafficking and sex crimes charges, including sex toys and lubricants. Their presence adds another layer of complexity to the case, suggesting that the alleged activities were not only criminal, but also deeply exploitative. 3 phones, stashed inside a Balenciaga boot, suggested an attempt to conceal communication devices. This discovery points to a level of premeditation and an effort to evade law enforcement scrutiny. Special Agent Gerard Gannon testified about these findings, providing expert insight into the significance of each piece of evidence. His testimony is crucial in helping the jury understand the broader implications of the seized items. The prosecution argues these items demonstrate a pattern of illegal behavior. They contend that the evidence collectively paints a picture of a well-organized and highly illegal operation. The defense challenges the interpretation of these findings, arguing that the items could be explained in ways that do not imply criminal activity. They maintain that the prosecution's narrative is speculative and lacks concrete proof of wrongdoing. The trial continues to unfold, with each revelation adding to the drama. As both sides present their arguments, the courtroom becomes a battleground of conflicting narratives, each vying for the jury's belief. The Sean Combs trial has ignited a media inferno. Given his status, the public interest is immense, with dedicated coverage like USA Today's Diddy on trial. The media acts as both a conduit for information and a shaper of public perception. Social media platforms are ablaze with discussions and debates. The speed of information adds complexity to the legal proceedings. Comparisons to other major legal cases involving celebrities have been rampant. For Sean Combs, the battle is not just in the courtroom, it's also for his reputation in the public arena. The investigation into Sean Combs' affairs has sparked speculation about other prominent figures. Media reports focus on potential connections to individuals like Usher and Steve Harvey. The specifics remain largely shrouded in rumor and unconfirmed reports. The absence of concrete information creates a vacuum filled with theories. The prosecution may demonstrate the scope of Combs' influence and network. The trial's outcome could impact other public figures, drawing them into the proceedings. The courtroom drama intensified when Kid Cudi took the stand. His testimony provided a chilling narrative of alleged intimidation by Sean Combs. Cudi recounted a period where he briefly dated Cassie Ventura. Ventura confided in him about Combs' physical abuse. Cudi detailed 2 alarming incidents, a house break-in and a car firebombing. Combs allegedly admitted to the break-in and later apologized for the firebombing. The prosecution seized upon Cudi's account, alleging Combs orchestrated the firebombing. The defense attempted to undermine Cudi's testimony. Despite this, Cudi's allegations remained a powerful moment in the trial. The prosecution argues these incidents demonstrate Combs' willingness to intimidate. The trial continues with more revelations expected. The world watches as the drama unfolds. Cassie Ventura's testimony has been pivotal in the allegations against Combs. Her accounts detail a disturbing pattern of physical abuse. Ventura's testimony corroborated key aspects of Kid Cudi's claims. She testified that Combs expressed a desire to blow up Kid Cudi's car. Security footage reportedly shows Combs assaulting Ventura in a hotel hallway. Ventura's story is a critical piece of evidence illuminating the alleged darker facets of Combs' character. The current trial is not Sean Combs' first encounter with legal scrutiny. He has faced multiple lawsuits alleging misconduct, including sexual assault. These past legal entanglements form a backdrop to the current proceedings. The prosecution may demonstrate a pattern of behavior. The defense will argue past allegations are irrelevant. The trial is another chapter in a long and complex legal saga. As the trial continues, the implications for Combs' career and legacy are monumental. A conviction would mean significant prison time, ending his reign in music and business. The Diddy brand faces irreparable damage regardless of the verdict. Financial ramifications are surfacing, with a guilty verdict triggering a collapse of his ventures. Beyond financial ruin, the impact on his personal legacy would be devastating. Combs has been a symbol of black entrepreneurship, but a conviction would shatter this image. The trial's outcome will impact his family, employees, and artists he helped launch. Fame and fortune offer no immunity from accountability. The world watches as the jury prepares to deliberate. Will Sean Combs be remembered as a visionary or a villain? The answer hangs in the balance.